I'm going to teach you a basic guide on how to edit on Premiere Pro. So first, what we're gonna have to do is create a new project. And then here on your project name, just type here what you want. So for example, let's put it here, new. And then on project location is where you want to save the project file. And next, what we're gonna have to do is just go here on the bottom right and select create. Once our project is created, next what we're gonna have to do is we need to import our videos or files. Just go here on the bottom right on project, and then you can click on import widget to start. And then once you're here, what you're gonna have to do is just select all the videos or files that you want to import on your project. For example, I want to use these 3 videos, so let's select it like that, and then press open. And as you can see, it's now on our bin. Next, what we're gonna have to do is we need to put our video inside the timeline. So as you can see, it says drop media here to create a new sequence. So let's drag it right here, and it created us a sequence. You can see it right here, and then it has a symbol like that. A sequence is just basically a container that holds all your media that you added on your timeline. Now next, what we're gonna have to do is let's just add all our other videos and files to our timeline. For example, I want to add this first, and then as you can see, there's like the black part here outside the picture. Now it's because the sequence settings is based on the first video that you put in your timeline. So right now this video is on 960 by 540, but our picture right here is not the same size. So in order for us to fix that, just select the file or clip like this, and then go to effect controls, and then go to scale, and you can increase the scale right here like that. And then you can also move the position in order to fit it right like this. But if your clip is also the same aspect ratio as your video, what you can do, you can just right click the clip like this, and then select scale to frame size. But as you can see, it's not the same as my picture right here. So let's just increase the scale like this. Next, as you can see, I'm kind of zoomed in on my timeline. So in order for you to zoom out on your timeline, you can just hold out on your keyboard and then use your scroll to zoom in or zoom out. Or you can just use this bar underneath the timeline. Now you can also change the size of the clip right here on the preview. So just double click it, and then you'll see here the dots on at the edges of your video. So you can just move that around to scale it down or scale it up. And then you can also move it like this, however you want in your video. Then next, you can see here on the right side the selection tool, or you can press V on your keyboard. What it does is you can move around your clips like this. Just from the name, you can just select your clips and then just move it around on your timeline. Now if you feel like your clip is too long, you can shorten it by hovering around your mouse at the edge of your clip like this, and then as you can see, the symbol of the cursor changed, and then just trim it like this on however you want to end. An easier way for you to do that is you can set the playhead on which part you want the clip to end, like for example here, and then just drag the edge of it like this again, and then it will snap there. Now if your cursor is not snapping, you can just turn this on. Maybe you accidentally turned it off. Next, you can also use your razor tool in order to like cut your video. So let's go to our razor tool, and then go to the part where you want to cut. For example, I want to cut it right here, and I want to end the cut right here. Next, what we're gonna have to do is just go back to our selection tool and select that cut part, and then we can delete that on our keyboard. Now we need to remove this gap. In order for you to easily remove it, you can just select the gap right here, and then just click delete. Now if you want to trim a longer video, what you're gonna have to do, you can go here on your source, select the video here in the bin, for example this video, put it right here on the source, and then underneath that it's gonna have its own timeline like this. So for example, let's set it to right here. I want the video to start right here, and then just right click and then just select mark in. Now this is going to highlight on the actual length of the video now, so it's just gonna start here, and then let's move the playhead like here, and then just right click again and then select mark out, and it's only going to use only this part of the video. Now once we're done trimming the long video, you can just simply drag that video to our timeline like that. Next, we can also put effects on our video. So here is the effects panel. If you can't see it, you can just go to window and then select effects, and then this will pop out. Here there's like a different presets of effects, but for now let's go with the video transitions. So you can see here the file, just click the drop down button, and then let's go with dissolve, and then here we have all kinds of dissolve effects. Now if you want to put that on your video or your clip, just drag that effect, for example additive dissolve, and place it wherever you want to put it. So for example, I want to have an transition right here, and then let's put it right here so we can see it. And then as you can see, we have our transition there now. You can also connect it by like putting it in the middle of that like that. You can see that it's connected, and there you go. Now if you want to add a text on your video, you can just go to your text tool or your type tool, and then go to your video, and then just click on wherever you want to add your text, something right here, and it's gonna add a text box right here on the video and another clip here on your timeline. Now you can just type here whatever you want, but as you can see, it's gonna be default on your white text. Now in order for you to fix that, you just go here on essential graphics, and then here you can see the text settings. You can change the font here, and then the font type, and then the scale, and so on and so forth. So for example, let's set this to hello and then let's select it all to change it. For example, let's set it to Times New Roman, and then we want it to be on center align and maybe a little bit bigger. And then with the selection tool, you can move it around like this. Then you can also change the color here by selecting on the appearance fill. For example, I want it to be on this color, maybe like a little blue. Press OK. And then you can add other stuff too, like a stroke, background, or a shadow. Next, for example, this video is too slow. You can make this fast by just right clicking it and going to speed and duration. Here you can set the speed. For example, I want it to be like 200% more faster. So let's set it to 200% like this, and then it's gonna automatically like shorten like this. But if you play the video, it's a lot faster. Now you can go back here, and then you see on the duration, if you have a specific duration in mind, for example, I want this video to be 10 seconds long, but our video duration is 5 seconds. You can just set it here like this. The format for this is on hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds, and then just press OK. As you can see, it didn't move that much because there's already a clip on the way. Now if you want to avoid that, just go back here again, Let's set this to 10 seconds. And then you can select ripple edit and press OK. And then as you can see, it automatically moved the other videos forward. And then you can see on your clip, it's 56%. That means the speed of the clip is only at 56%. Now the video is a lot slower, but it's on 10 seconds long. Then lastly, if you want to add a freeze frame on your video, just right click on your timeline again. But first move your playhead to wherever you want to add a freeze frame. For example, right here. And then just right click that clip. And then you can select add frame hold. And then as you can see, this is the frame hold right here. You can expand this however you want. For example, let's move it first like this. And then like that. And that's basically it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.